The start of a new year is the perfect time to turn a new page, which is probably why so many people make New Year's resolutions. Welcome to the Fact Check channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. The new year often feels like a fresh start and a great opportunity to change bad habits and establish new routines that will help you grow psychologically, emotionally, socially, physically, or intellectually. Of course, resolutions are much easier to make than to keep, and by the end of March, many of us have abandoned our resolve and settled back into our old patterns. Part of the problem may be that we do not know how to keep New Year's resolutions, despite our good intentions. So, let's look at the rules for successful New Year resolutions. Rule number 1, choose a specific goal. Every year, millions of adults resolve to lose weight, be more productive, or get in shape during the next year. 1 Instead of selecting such an ambiguous goal, focus on something more concrete that you can realistically set your sights on. In other words, choose a very specific, achievable goal. For example, you might commit to losing 10 pounds, making daily to-do lists, or running a half marathon. Be sure to make your goal realistic rather than drastic. Choosing a concrete, achievable goal also gives you the opportunity to plan exactly how you are going to accomplish and stick to your goal over the course of the year. Rule number 2, put time into planning. Don't wait until the last minute to choose your goal. Picking wisely and putting in extensive planning are essential parts of achieving any goal. Experts suggest that you brainstorm how you will tackle a major behavior change, including the steps you will take, why you want to do it, and ways you can keep yourself on track. Creating a detailed written plan can help you stick to your goal. Why is this stage so critical for success? For one thing, it allows you to consider what tactics you will use when you're faced with challenges. When things get difficult, what strategies will you use to stay on the path toward making your resolution a reality? If you start working toward a goal without any type of plan in place, you may quickly find yourself giving up when faced with any sort of obstacle, setback, or resistance. For example, if your goal is to run 3 times per week, what will you do if you've missed for days in a row, and how will you proceed if you need to take time off for an illness or injury? You can start by writing down your goal, making a list of things you might do to achieve that goal, and noting any obstacles that might stand in your way. By knowing exactly what you want to accomplish and the difficulties you might face, you'll be better prepared to stick to your resolution and overcome anything that might sidetrack you. Rule number 3, start with small steps. Taking on too much too quickly is a common reason why so many New Year's resolutions fail. Starting an unsustainably restrictive diet, overdoing it at the gym, or radically altering your normal behavior are surefire ways to derail your plans. Instead, focus on taking tiny steps that will ultimately help you reach your larger goal. Small steps lead to success. If you have resolved to run a marathon, start out by going for a jog 2 or 3 times a week. Slowly, work up to longer runs and exercising more days per week. If you are trying to eat healthier, start by replacing a few less healthy foods with more nutritious options. Then, tackle another element of your diet, such as adding in a greater variety of vegetables, reducing portion size, and or cutting back on fried food or eating out. Rule number 4, avoid repeating past failures. Another strategy for keeping your New Year's resolution is to not make the exact same resolution year after year. If people think they can do it, they probably can, but if they've already tried and failed, their self-belief will be low. If you do choose to reach for the same goals you've tried for in the past, spend some time evaluating your previous results. Which strategies were the most effective? Which were the least effective? What has prevented you from keeping your resolution in past years? Consider altering your resolution slightly to make it more feasible. By changing your approach, you will be more likely to see real results this year. Rule number 5, remember that change is a process. Those unhealthy or undesired habits that you are trying to change probably took years to develop, so how can you expect to change them in just a matter of days, weeks, or months? Be patient with yourself. Understand that working toward your resolution is a process. Even if you make a misstep or two, you can restart and continue on your journey towards your goal. It may take longer than you would like to achieve your goals, but remember that this is not a race to the finish. Rule number 6, renew your motivation. During the first days of a New Year's resolution, you will probably feel confident and highly motivated to reach your goal, because you haven't really faced any discomfort or temptation associated with changing your behavior. Making this change might seem all too easy. After dealing with the reality of dragging yourself to the gym at 6 a.m. or gritting your teeth through headaches brought on by nicotine withdrawal, your motivation to keep your New Year's resolution may start to dwindle. When you face such moments, remind yourself exactly why you are doing this. Think about, or write a list to keep handy, what do you have to gain by achieving your goal? Finding sources of inspiration can keep you going when times get tough. Rule number 7, keep working on your goals. By March, many people have lost that initial spark of motivation that they had in January. Keep that inspiration alive by continuing to work on your goals, even after facing setbacks. If your current approach is not working, re-evaluate your strategies, and develop a new plan. Being flexible with your plan and even your end goal will help you be successful. Consider keeping a resolution journal, where you can write about your successes and struggles. Write down the reasons why you are working toward your goals so that you can refer to them during times when you feel uninspired and unmotivated. Rule number 8, learn and adapt. Encountering a setback is one of the most common reasons why people give up on their New Year's resolutions. If you suddenly relapse into a bad habit, don't view it as a failure. The path toward your goal is not always a straight one, and there will often be challenges along the way. 9 Instead, view relapses as learning opportunities. If you are keeping a resolution journal, write down important information about when the relapse occurred, what might have triggered it, and what you might do differently next time. By understanding the challenges you face, you will be better prepared to deal with them in the future. Rule number 9, commit to your resolution. Successful resolutions start with a strong commitment to make a change. To succeed, you must believe that you can accomplish what you set out to achieve. So, keep the following points in mind when you set them. Choose resolutions that you really want to achieve, and make them positive. Announce your resolution to everyone around you, they will help hold you accountable. Develop a ceremony to mark the beginning of your commitment, this makes it more real and special for you. Don't leave your choice of resolution to the last minute. Take time to think about your goals. Rule number 10, be flexible. Not everything will work out precisely the way that you planned. The first minor obstacle can throw you off course, particularly if you're too rigid in your approach. Let us now look at some of the New Year resolutions that are achievable. 1. Make time for family. With the busyness of our daily lives, it can be difficult to prioritize spending time with loved ones, especially if they live far away or have hectic schedules themselves. But this year, make a conscious effort to carve out that one-on-one time, whether it's by planning monthly family dinners or simply FaceTiming once a week to check in. 2. Build a better budget. If there's one New Year's resolution that will help you the most in the long run, it's making a vow to save more money. Before you head back to the office in January, outline a rough budget that works for you and make a plan for how you'll stick to it. Budgeting apps can help you do this as painlessly as possible. And supercharge your shopping habits by rethinking when and how you buy things for your home and family. Often, there are savings you're leaving on the table. 3. Read more books. January is the perfect time of year to snuggle up with a new book. To keep yourself accountable all year long, why not link up with friends and peers to connect over the best pages you've read? 4. Drink less alcohol. You already know you don't need to drink to have fun, so why not make this year the one you cut back and join the Sober Curious movement? Doing so can help to improve your mood, sleep, skin and your immune system. Plus, it'll also help you save money in the long run. 5. Commit to a healthier sleep routine. So many issues can be traced back to a poor night's sleep. And yet, there is so much more that we can aim to improve beyond a reasonable bedtime. Creating a plan to improve your sleep hygiene. The habits you maintain to get good sleep every night may look different for everyone, as it depends on when you need to be active and working throughout the day. Your brain actually relies on cues to regulate your internal circadian rhythm, and the choices you make throughout the day can interfere with these. 6. Quit smoking. Cigarettes are extremely harmful for your health, particularly your lungs, but tobacco products in general, including vapes, pose a serious threat. There are so many resources to help you get a jumpstart on ditching tobacco. 7. Prioritize annual health screenings. Open your calendar app or planner and make your appointments for the year in one sitting. Not only will you get the anxiety-inducing nuisance over with, but exams will be less likely to get squeezed out as life gets bonkers. Start with your primary care provider and ask which screenings, for example, mammogram, colonoscopy, you're due for. Slot those in, then move on to the dentist's office and head over to your ophthalmologist, too. 8. Chill out. Literally start working on letting go of all of that anger. Constantly feeling angry and pissed off, especially for women, can lead to less than desirable long-term effects on your holistic health. Chronic anger can impact the body in more ways than just one. It can induce headaches, anxiety, digestion problems, and high blood pressure, among other drawbacks. 9. Volunteer regularly. Research shows that pitching in regularly can lead to less stress and lower blood pressure. Try to schedule an outreach mission of your own on a day of service. 10. Listen to novels while you work out. Exercisers who saved an audiobook for the gym worked out 51% more often than those who didn't, per a study in management science. Sweat while listening to an intense thriller, and the treadmill time will fly by. Audiobook lender Audible allows you to try it for yourself, entirely free, for 30 days. Give it a whirl. 11. Lift weights. If you've already mastered your cardio workouts in the past few years, why not try incorporating a new routine? A quality set of dumbbells can help elevate your workout, improve your stamina, and build muscle. Plus, they work well with many of the other gadgets in your home gym to reinvigorate your workout. 12. Give your feet better support. Check out these Good Housekeeping Institute Wellness Lab tips to start the year off on the right foot. Shop in the afternoon. When feet are slightly swollen, it's easier to find the right size and avoid pinchy shoes. Bring in your old pair. Staff at specialty stores can assess which areas are most worn to suggest a pair with appropriate support for your gait. Do squats. Lace up and do a couple of knee bends. If the shoes are properly supportive, your knee should move over your foot, not inward. Then, buy a pair of the best walking shoes. 13. Stop procrastinating on a tough decision. The stress around a major life decision often causes individuals to freeze in their tracks. Mental capacity has been known to be reduced by stress and anxiety, but a major change requires a fair amount of brain power to navigate. The ironic aspect of this is that prolonging what needs to be done can further exacerbate stress and restart the vicious cycle. 14. Keep clutter out of the kitchen. If you can hardly see your counters through all the papers, post-its, and not yet put away groceries, you may pay for that chaos later when it comes to meals. Take 20 minutes to whisk it all where it belongs, and it can help you eat more mindfully in days to come. 15. Explore new hobbies. Another sleepy Sunday? Today's the day you try Ethiopian food, attend a ballet, or take a painting class, whatever feels fun. When researchers followed 7,500 people for 25 years, they found that those who complained of major boredom were roughly twice as likely to die from heart disease. 16. Give yourself a new look. Working on your look is just as refreshing as turning over a new leaf internally. Taking off a few inches can make you feel, literally and figuratively, so much lighter in the new year. Even a simple new style or hair color could brighten your days and put pep back into your step in 2024. 17. Start walking more. Even if you can't keep track of a new fitness routine, keeping yourself moving on a simple walk around the neighborhood is a must. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services maintains that adults should spend as much time moving each day as possible, and some physical activity, even just walking, is better than none. 18. Give yourself more compliments. Repeat after us, today is my day. I'm thankful for me. Positive self-talk can help you focus on what's good in your life, says psychologist Joy Harden Bradford. PhD research shows that a little vitamin G, for gratitude, can make you feel happier and more satisfied and even improve your sleep. If you repeat an affirmation related to gratitude in the morning, you're likely to show and feel more of it throughout that day. 19. Head outside without your phone. In a previous GH survey, 83% of people told us they lost track of how long they spent on their devices. But short of deleting all social apps, it can be hard to trade screen time for more productive pastimes like walking the dog and coffee with friends. Whether you're Team iPhone or Team Android, download the latest software to access built-in tools that help you track your personal app usage. 20. Say goodbye to toxic friends. It may feel impossible now, but there is a way to break up with a once friend turned frenemy without imploding your social life. Sometimes, ghosting is appropriate, but more often than not, approaching the situation with a structured conversation can help you get the closure you need to grow. In conclusion, the yearly ritual of resolution setting doesn't have to be an annual disappointment. Sometimes, the difference between success and failure is simply choosing the right goal and the process you use to go about achieving it. Most importantly, remember to be kind and flexible with yourself and to celebrate any and all progress along the way. It's not just the end goal that matters, it's the journey along the way. Thank you for watching.